Students, please tell me whether my voice is audible and my slides they are visible to you or not.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Slides
ma'am.
are
Yes, ma'am.
visible and your voice.
Visual.
Okay, so we'll start. So under the pharmaceutical process chemistry,
Yes, ma'am.
in this class we will discuss unit 2, unit operation. So under this we will discuss about the filtration principle definition, then process of filtration, component of filtration. So we'll also discuss theory as well as the pressure, vacuum filtration, okay, centrifugation filtration. So first, the basic principle of filtration. What is filtration? Basically, the separation method. Principle filtration is a separation method, and it is based on the size of material. Material which is smaller than certain size, it will pass through, whereas the material which is bigger than certain size, it will be retained. So that means the filtration, which is a method of separation through which we can separate a particular size of substance from the liquid or the gas. Okay, so it will depend mainly on the type of filter media which we are taking. Okay, and again the selection of filter media depends on the purpose, what we want to remove. So the pore size of filter media should be smaller than the material which we want to remove. Okay, then only that material will be retained over the surface of the filter media. Next, the definition of filtration.
कोई भी एक टेंड हो जाता कोई भी
Filtration is a process in which solid particles in a liquid or gas fluids are removed by use of filter media that permits the fluid to pass through but retain the solid. Okay, so I want that you should mute yourself. I can hear your voice. So can you please mute yourself? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So mute yourself first of all, okay? So the filtration process, the solid particles in the liquid or gas can be removed by use of filter media that permits only the passing of fluid through it but retain the solid on its surface. So in this diagram we can see glass funnel, filter paper, solid residue and filtrate. So now here glass funnel is not the filter media, but the filter paper is a filter media which is basically responsible for the filtration. So only the glass filter, it acts as a supporting media for filter paper and which supports the filter paper and it retains, filter paper retains the solid residue. When a proportion of solid in the liquid is less, then we use the term clarification. Okay. Now again, filtration can be also called as clarification when the content of solid is very less. Like for example, when we prepare syrups or when we prepare bulk drug products, then we do the clarification. That is, we remove just minute uh, fine particles from the preparation, then it is called clarification. Okay, so it is a common unit operation which is used for the production of bulk drugs in the liquid oral formulations. Okay, now next is process of filtration. Now, For the process of filtration, pores of the filter media are usually smaller than the size of particle to be separated. This we have already talked. That is, the selection of filter media is done in such a way that the mash size or a pore size of filter media usually they are smaller than the particle size of the material which we want to remove. Okay. Now next is filter media is placed on a support. So like glass funnel is a supporting media for filter paper. Sometimes Buckner funnel we use, okay, as a supporting media. Then in the next step of filtration, slurry is passed over the filter media, and due to pressure difference across the media, fluid will flow through the uh, filter media. So for example, in case we are talking about this funnel, when we pass the slurry, what is slurry? Slurry is the suspension of the liquid, or we can say when the solid which we want to remove, when the solid is present in the liquid, it forms a slurry, insoluble solid, especially insoluble solid. So this slurry, when this slurry is passed through the filter media, just because of the pressure difference. Now, as we know that at atmospheric pressure, when we pass the slurry through the across the filter media, then due to the gravity, the liquid it passes through the filter media. Now, normally when we use muslin cloth or filter paper, there is no need to use a vacuum, or there is no need to create a pressure difference across the filter media. Why? Because the pore size they are bigger in case of paper, filter paper or muslin cloth. But in case of when we talk about the filtration for the sterilization or filtration for other purpose, like when we use glass crucibles, then we need to create a pressure difference. Now this we'll talk about, this thing we'll discuss under the factors affecting filter. So you can understand easily what difference this particular thing will bring. That is the pressure difference, surface area. There are various factors which affect the rate of filtration. Okay, so due to pressure difference across the media, fluid flows through the filter media, or we can say due to gravity or due to the pressure difference, the filtrate it crosses the filter media and it is retained in the container. Gravity is acting over the liquid media, sometimes gravity or sometimes pressure difference. This will discuss in the further. And so the solids they are trapped on a surface of filter media. Okay, so this is a simple process of filtration. In the filtration, we use a filter media. Okay, so this is another common filtration method which we use in the laboratory, funnel. Okay, next, now to speed up, we add vacuum to the flask. Why we add vacuum? Addition of vacuum is just to create a pressure difference. Now in this we can see the Buckner funnel is there. Okay, Buckner funnel is a supporting media. It is not a filter media, it is a supporting media. And usually a filter paper is kept on the Buckner funnel. That filter paper is, it acts as a filter media, and then when we pour slurry in this Buckner funnel, what happens? The solid is retained over the filter paper, and what we can see here below, there is a flask, filter flask. Filter flask collects the filtrate. So if the porosity of filter paper is sufficient, then no need to add. Sufficient means if the pore size of filter paper is bigger, then there is no need of adding vacuum. But in case when we are adding some, we are using very fine filter paper, or we are using a the filter media which is having fine pore size or mash size. In that case, the rate of filtration is very slow, just because of fine pore size, and in that case we need to add vacuum. Again, once again I want to say, whatever the filter media which we are using, it depends on the type of material which we want to separate. Like if we want to separate bigger particles, we need simple filter paper, and if we want to remove very fine particles, and say for example if we want to collect microspheres which are of micron size, then since the filter paper, the size of pore is bigger, we are not able to collect them on filter paper. So for that we need again a very fine pore size filter. So we can use membrane filter, or we can use some Wattman filter paper, or use having a pore size which is bigger, sorry, smaller. Okay, so for such type of filtration, what we need is just to speed up or just to increase the rate of filtration, we attach vacuum uh, in the filter flask, and because of vacuum, what happens? The pressure difference is created. Now, just above the filter media in the Buckner funnel, the pressure is atmospheric pressure, whereas just below the filter media inside the filter flask, usually the negative pressure is there just because of the vacuum. When we attach vacuum pump, it sucks the air, and because of the sucking of air, there is a negative pressure at the bottom of the flask, you can say. So just because of this, the pressure difference is created across the filter media, that is filter paper. So this the if we'll study the factors affecting filtration, one factor is the pressure difference. If we create more pressure difference, the rate of filtration will be faster. So um, this is how we can speed up the rate of filtration. Next is the components present in the filtration. First is support. Usually we use Buckner funnel, glass funnel as a support. When we do the sterilization, filtration for the sterilization, again there is a support for the membrane filter. Okay, then there is a vessel that receives the filtrate. We call it as a filter flask. Then a driven force, gravity or a vacuum, which we have already discussed. That is, driven force can be gravity or vacuum. When we want to speed up the filtration rate, we can attach a vacuum. Then the suspension to be filtered is known as slurry. The solid along with the liquid which we want to separate is called slurry. The porous media to retain the solid is known as filter media. So here the filter paper is a filter media. Now we can use different type of filter media. So there are depth filters, there are screen filters. Okay. So again, when we discuss the type of filter media, there are different types of filter media. Commonly at home we use a strainer for just filtering the tea at home. That is also a kind of filter media. Then we use a muslin cloth to filter the paneer and all that. Now, if we talk about here, the we use in laboratory the filter paper, Watchman filter paper. We use glass wool. We use cotton wool. We use um, membrane filters, we use sintered glass filters, we use sintered metal filters. All these, they are medias, filter medias, different type of filter medias. Okay. Now, so when we are doing the filtration operation, the accumulated solid on the filter media is referred as a filter cake. We all know that the collected solid over the filter media, it is called filter cake, and the clear liquid which passes across the filter media, it is called filtrate. Okay. So for the filtration, basic requirement is filter media, fluid with a suspended solid, driven force, okay, and mechanical device that holds filter media, okay. Next, we'll discuss about the application of filtration. So, in our field, in field of pharmacy, there are various application of filtration, uh, like when we are preparing different formulation in the lab, especially the liquid formulation like solutions, syrups, clear solutions. Finally, the polishing of the liquid formulation is done through filtration. That is clarification. We call it clarification. So, while formulation of liquid dosage form, the final step is clarification to remove the impurities of dust particle. Okay, we do it. Then for the production of bulk drugs, in the bulk drug industries, when the bulk drugs they are formulated, the filtration is used just to separate the drug from the liquid form slurry. Then another application, very important application in the production of sterile products. We all know few of the drugs, they are very sensitive to heat. So when we are doing, we all know that there are different methods of sterilization like autoclaving, dry heat sterilization, that we do by using hot air oven. Mm, and so when the drugs they are sensitive to temperature, or we call them thermolabile drugs, thermosensitive drugs, which degrades on higher temperature. So we just cannot sterilize them by autoclaving or dry heat sterilization. Then we go for the sterilization by filtration. So filtration is one of the process which can be used for sterilization of sterile products. So even the air which is there in the sterile room is filtered, and we use HEPA filters for the sterilization of air, gaseous sterilization. For the gaseous sterilization, we use HEPA filters, uh, and in the say HEPA filters, they are present in the aseptic rooms. Then they are there in the laminar flow bench, that is for the purpose of different say filling purpose, for various operation which we conduct in aseptic room, we use laminar flow bench. So laminar flow bench, the flow of air is through the HEPA filters. The full form of HEPA filters is high efficiency particulate air filter. So we all know what is the use of HEPA filters, and then use of filtration for sterilization of sterile products. We are all aware about it. But again, for using this, uh, especially we use membrane filters for doing sterilization of sterile sterilization of preparation for preparing sterile products. Um, okay, so usually the membrane filter porosity is 0.22 micrometer. Okay, so when we want to remove all the viable microorganisms from the liquid preparation, when we want to make it sterile, that is free from viable microorganisms, we use sterile filtration. Okay, so this is very important application of filtration in the production of sterile products. Okay, then production of liquid dosage form and wastewater treatment. So in pharma industries, we use filtration just to treat the wastewater or just to remove the unwanted material from the way before disposing of water. Okay, next. So this much is clear to everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, we'll discuss the type of filtration. Now, filters or filter media, they can be either of two types. One is surface, or sometimes they are also called as screen filters. Okay, and the other one is the depth filters, or we can say the filter media. They can be either surface filter or a screen filter, or they can be depth filter. In the screen filter, it is or we can say in the screen filtration, it is a screening action by which the pores or the holes of media prevent the passage of solid. Okay, so mechanism is straining and uh, impigmentation. In impigmentation. And the plates with the hole or woven sieves, they are used. Okay, so यदि हम नॉर्मल भाषा में बात करें तो स्क्रीन फिल्टर्स के एग्जांपल कौन कौन से हैं, जैसे कि आपका फिल्टर पेपर हो गया, then a metal sheet along with the holes, they are screen filters. Okay, muslin cloth, they are screen filters. So when we are using a screen filter media which is a screen filter, then the process of filtration will be screen filtration process. Okay. In this depth filter, that is in depth filtration, I have not included the diagram of depth filters and screen filters. The depth filter, if you see the diagram of depth filter and screen filter, you will be able to understand in a better way. Like a cotton wool and glass wool, they are the example of depth filters. Okay, and we do the filtration through cotton wool or glass wool. We call it a depth filtration process. Okay, so in this, slurry penetrates to the point where the diameter of solid particle is greater than that of the tortuous void or channel. So basically, in the depth filters, the void spaces are there which entangles the solid particle. So mechanism of filtration for the depth filter is entanglement. Okay. So in this slide, you can see the mechanism of filtration. Okay. So first one is staining. Second one is impingement, then entanglement, then attractive force. These are the four basic mechanisms of filtration. Okay. Now, what is Straining. It is similar to sieving. Okay, particles of large size can't pass through small pores of filter media. So that is all the screen filters or surface filters. They they provide staining, we can say, or the mechanism of filtration in case of this screen filtration or surface filtration is staining. In this slide also we can see the mechanism involved in surface filtration is staining. So particles of larger size can't pass through small pores of filter media. It is called staining. Clear to everybody? Can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
hear me? So in the impingement, the solids, they have momentum to move along the path of the streaming flow and strikes the filter media. Thus, the solid, they are retained on the filter media. So that is when the particle, it moves along with the stream of flow of liquid. Uh, this this is usually uh, it strikes to the pores of the filter media, and there they are retained. Okay, so this is impingement. I have not included the diagram. If you see the diagram, you will be more easily able to understand this impingement. So in the next time, I will just try to include those also. In the next class, I will try to include the diagrams of all these mechanisms. Okay, then it will be more easier to understand all these things. Okay,
Okay,
so I'm
ma'am.
not just discussing this part, I'm just
Yes, ma'am.
going forward. Okay, next is factors affecting filtration. So, what are the different factors? Now, you must have studied various laws like Darcy's equation. Then one for the uh, that can govern various factors affecting filtration. So the basic property which affects the filtration are like property of solids, property of liquid, property of slurry. Okay, so property of solid like particle shape, particle size, particle charges, density, particle size distribution, then rigidity or compressibility, all these, they are the factors which will affect. Okay, affect the rate of filtration. So why these factors are important? Like if we have a rough idea about the size of particle, then it will help us in selecting the correct filter media. Otherwise, the process of filtration will not be that efficient. If we are choosing a wrong filter media, then the process will not be that efficient. So just to make a efficient method, or just to do it correctly, we need to select a right media, right filter media for the particular unit operation. Okay, so all the particle shape, size, charges, particle size distribution, all are the parameters which can affect the rate of filtration or the filtration process. Next is the property of liquid, density, viscosity, cohesiveness, all these. Like if the viscosity is higher, then it will show higher resistance to the flow, and because of that, the rate of filtration will be slow. So just to speed up the process of filtration, we can use vacuum pump. Okay, so highly viscous liquid we use to filter through the vacuum. Okay, same way corrosiveness of the liquid can affect the process of filtration. Corrosive liquid generally they affect the material which we are using for the filtration. Okay, so the material of the supporting media material which we are using for filtration should be used correctly for filtration. Now, next is property of solid in slurry. Like we all know that the property of solid in slurry, it can be it can produce a porous filter cake, or it can produce a slimy type of filter cake. So, like when the material is is producing slimy type of filter cake, then what will happen? It can clog the pores of filter media. So just to avoid this type of problem, generally what we do, we use a filter aid. Okay, filter aid, they are the material which makes the filter cake porous and allows the filtration process to be done for longer time without clogging. So rate of formation of filter cake, especially in the early stage of filtration, it depends on the properties of solid in the slurry. Okay, so if say for example a gel-like solid is present, or slimy gel-like solid is there, then it will easily clog the pores of filter media. So just to avoid this, we use filter aid in case of such type of solids. Okay, then factors related to filtration are depends on the objective, whether we want to collect solid or liquid or both. That is, sometimes only solid is the desirable part, sometimes liquid is the desirable part, and sometimes both they are the desirable part. And the process of filtration is also affected by this. What is the objective? Okay, next is the temperature of the suspension. We all know that rate of filtration is directly proportional to the temperature. If we rise the temperature of the slurry, the viscosity will reduce, and just because of that, there will be less resistance to the flow of liquid, and the process of filtration will be faster. So all these, they are the factors related to the filtration. Next, we'll discuss the filter media. So the surface upon which the solids they are deposited, they are called filter media. So what are the ideal properties required for the filter media? Like first one, it should be capable of delivering a clear filtrate at the suitable production rate. It should have sufficient mechanical strength. It must be inert. It should retain the solid without plugging or clogging. Then it should not absorb dissolved material. So these are the ideal properties required for the filtration. It should not react with the solid. It should be inert. It should not cause a clogging or a plugging. Should not absorb or adsorb any kind of liquid on it. Okay, so this is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is the type of filter media, like woven material, like wool, silk, metal, or synthetic fibers. Like we all know, rayon, nylon, they are the synthetic fibers which can be used for filtration. Okay, so like so woven material like button cloth is there, which is made up of cotton. Then wool can be used, silk can be used, then steel wires can be used. As such, the steel wires, they are durable, resistant to the plugging, and easily be cleaned. So steel wires, they are also used as a woven material for filter media. Okay, then cotton is very commonly used. Nylon is superior for pharmaceutical use as it is unaffected by fungus, molds, bacteria, and all. Next is filter aid. So filter aid, as we have already discussed, it prevents the media from becoming locking to form an open porous cake, reduce the resistance to the flow of filtration. So basically, the main role of filter aid is to prevent the clogging, blocking of the pores of filter media. So the characteristics of filter aid, they are like they must be chemically inert, they must be free from impurity, they must have uh, low specific gravity, porous, they must be porous to produce a porous cake. Next, we'll discuss the classification of filters depending upon the pore size. The filters, they can be either macro filters, micro filters, or ultra filters. Okay, so macro filters, the pore size is up near about 10 micrometer or large. So coffee filters, lab filters, they are the macro filters. Then micro filters, the pore size is 0.1 to 25 micrometer. So they are usually used to remove bacteria and the cells. Then ultra filters, they remove the material based on the molecular weight. So large protein, salts of salt form of proteins can be removed by ultrafilters. So macro filters, they are actually relatively less costly, or we can say inexpensive. Usually made up of sand, paper, glass, cloth. Um, okay, so they are called depth filters. Next is macro filters used in laboratory. We use paper, which is made up of cellulose. We use glass. Okay. The advantage of glass is less reactive, um, is compatible with many kind of chemicals, gives faster flow, is uh, next filter paper grades. So depending upon the density of mass size, we can say, or depending upon the mass size, pore size, there are different grades of filter papers. Very commonly, we can say that normal filter paper and Botman filter paper, they are having a different pore size. Okay. Then so microfilters, example is membranes or membrane filters, they are microfilters. So microfilters, they separate the particle ranging from 0.01 micrometer to 10 micrometer. Okay, so So in the next class, we'll discuss the classes of filters in more detail and theory of filtration in more detail. So I'm just stopping here.